My name is Ian, and this is my story. Until last winter, I led a rather ordinary life in the quiet town of Cedar Hills. My days passed in a predictable routine, working from home by day and online games by night. It all began innocently enough, during one of those late-night sessions when I found a link in a game forum leading to an obscured corner of the internet known as the Boudoir of Whispers. Intrigued by the name and the aura of mystery, I clicked without much thought, unknowingly opening a door to a nightmare that would forever change my life. At first, it seemed like just another dimly lit chat room. The sparse conversation between its users was cryptic, filled with eerie tales and vague warnings about glimpses into the beyond. I was skeptical and a bit amused, considering it all a role play. However, one particular user caught my attention. Their username, Cimmerian Echo, felt unimaginably chilling, as if the word itself summoned cold breezes from forgotten places. Cimmerian Echo spoke in fragmented verses, describing a shadowy mirror that allowed a person to peer into another realm. See, but don't dare listen, for echoes follow those who listen, they warned. Weeks passed, but I couldn't shake off the memory of that intriguing yet disturbing exchange. Driven by an unfathomable curiosity, I found myself returning to the Boudoir of Whispers every night, engaging more with Cimmerian Echo and the other users whose names felt just as haunting. It became an obsession. They all told disjointed stories of encounters with the shadowy mirror. Despite their apparent insanity, I needed to know, was this a shared delusion or something else? And then it happened. Late one evening, Cimmerian Echo shared the location of where supposedly one of these mirrors could be found, a derelict, abandoned house on the outskirts of town, which once belonged to a reclusive scholar shrouded in local folklore. The house, they said, held the secret to witnessing the unfiltered truth of the universe, but also the gateway to one's darkest fears. I doubted everything about their story, but something in my gut, perhaps a latent need to witness the unexplained, pushed me towards investigating it. I decided to go. Armed with a flashlight and my curiosity, I reached the house at the peak of a chilly November night. The air felt denser here, as if soaked with the secrets held by ancient walls. Stepping inside, the floorboards creaked underfoot, echoing ominously through the hollow rooms. My heart raced, but the thrill of fear kept me moving. Upstairs, I found the room as described, a large space cluttered with dust-covered books, and there, leaning against the far wall, shrouded heavily by a velvet curtain, a mirror. Its surface appeared ordinary, reflecting my timid steps as I approached it. But there was something off, a subtle warping, like a film of ripples across its glass that distorts reality. Holding my breath, I lowered myself to the floor, meeting the gaze of my reflection directly. There, in that moment, a bizarre spectacle unfolded. The reflection wavered, fragments of my room fading to reveal a shadowy landscape stretching into infinity. It felt alien, yet familiar, teeming with distorted echoes, as if I was glimpsing into a past life, filled with unremembered memories. The eeriness of the sight paralyzed me with dread and awe, a primal fear echoing from the depths of my soul. Despite Cimmerian Echo's ominous warning, I leaned in closer, as if compelled by an unseen force. And then a voice, ancient and ethereal, whispered my name, over and over, growing louder with each breath. Panic coursed through my veins. I stumbled back, colliding with the age-worn furniture, sending debris scattering. In haste, I fled the house, never daring to look back at the mirror or the horrors it unveiled. In the aftermath of that night, my life became a languid blur mixed with sleeplessness and paranoia. The voice from the mirror haunts me still, an inescapable echo whispering into the quietude of my lonely nights. No matter what I do, music, white noise, desperate chanting, that persistent whisper is relentless, unyielding. Consequently, I decided to abandon my old life and move far from Cedar Hills. Yet, not even distance has dulled the sinister sussurrations. They have become an integral part of my being, an echo shadowing my every move, forever bound to that fateful night in the Boudoir of Whispers. Perhaps it was madness, Perhaps it truly was an encounter with something beyond comprehension. But one thing remains certain. The mirror showed me a glimpse into whatever realm the mind can barely fathom. And those whispers are its everlasting curse.